Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring magic find coins.
Magic fine
Yeah,
coins.
through this really interesting eBay seller we found.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got like a whole stack of listings. It's not your typical coin collector.
Oh, interesting.
They've got like this whole philosophy around it. Um, they're talking about coins with character and
Oh, wow.
even like there's a connection to Zen practice
Really?
and this thing called Earth Game.
Earth game. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, me neither, but we're going to get into it.
Okay.
So the first thing that just jumps out is how they redefine like what's considered a valuable coin,
Yeah.
Like they're not into those pristine, perfect, uncirculated coins.
Right.
It's all about the coins that have been around the block,
Mhm.
that have a story to tell, like literally circulated.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what immediately struck me too. It's like they're turning the whole idea of what's valuable on its head.
Yeah, exactly.
These coins that, most people would just toss back into the vending machine.
Like who even looks at their change anymore?
Exactly. But they're saying like those are the ones that actually hold more value.
It's not even just like they're interested. They call them like teaching tools.
Oh, wow.
Each one has a hidden story, they say.
It's like they believe each coin has, gone on its own little journey.
Yeah.
And by holding it, like you're connecting to that.
It's pretty deep, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like these magic find coins, that's what they call them.
magic finds.
Yeah, and they say they're finding them for their rightful owners.
Right.
It's like destiny,
It's like these coins are meant for certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of that.
And then there's this whole community thing, too. They talk about supporting a Sangha community through their sales.
Sangha community.
Yeah, I'd look it up. It's usually like a Buddhist term, a community of, people practicing together.
Yeah.
So there's like a spiritual element to all this coin collecting and selling.
That's fascinating.
Right. So we've got coin collecting.
Yeah.
We've got potentially Zen Buddhism.
Uh-huh.
And then they've got this specific way of like finding these coins.
Yeah. How do they do that?
They go through their pocket change every night, like religiously.
Every night.
Yeah, it's like a ritual. They've been doing it since 1950.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, like they connect it to their Zen practice.
I see.
Like by looking at each coin so carefully, they're being mindful, present in the moment,
Yeah.
And it's not just like a recent thing. They talk about Christmas Day in 1950.
Okay.
They got coin collecting supplies as gifts
A
and a Tiffany lamp.
Tiffany lamp.
Yeah, from the author Alfie Buster.
That's not your typical Christmas gift.
Right. So maybe a unique upbringing is what led to this. Who knows?
It's interesting, for sure.
Yeah. And they mention insomnia.
Okay.
Like they use those late nights, those dark hours,
Right.
to go into magic find coin search mode.
Oh, wow.
So even sleeplessness, right? They turn it into an opportunity
I love that.
to connect with their passion. Yeah. And you mentioned how they redefine what's valuable in coins.
Yeah.
But they also seem to like really dislike those TV coin shows.
Oh, yeah. Those ones that are all about like, oh, this coin is worth this much.
Yeah, like what it could be worth in the future.
Yeah. The investment potential.
Right. They think that takes away from the real joy of it all.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like turning a hobby into like a stock market scheme.
Yeah, I'm just missing the point,
Yeah. Like reducing these fascinating little artifacts to like commodities.
All about the money.
Yeah, exactly. And they see that as like cheapening the whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever watched those shows?
I've seen a few.
It's kind of
It can be a little much.
it's a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they connect this to like the trend now
Okay.
of collectors valuing those mint errors
Yeah.
and heavily circulated coins,
Right. It's like a total shift from what people used to want in their albums.
Right, like everyone wanted the perfect coin.
Yeah, the pristine one.
Yeah, and now it's
like, give me the weirdest one, the most messed up one.
yeah, the one with the story.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
It really is.
Like they even say that albums are now used to wholesale the less desirable coins.
Wow.
It's like everything's flipped.
Yeah, the whole world of coin collecting's been turned upside down.
So this magic find idea, like, do they think anyone can find these special coins?
That's a good question. It seems like they believe it's about like being mindful, like their pocket change ritual, just being open to finding the extraordinary in the ordinary,
Yeah, that's interesting. And they use this term CPT coins.
CPT coins.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that?
It sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. What does that stand for again?
Oh, it's cleaned, polished, and toned.
Cleaned, polished, and toned. Okay.
So they're talking about how, especially in like the mid-20th century,
Okay.
these CPT coins particularly ones treated with, like, 24K gold leaf.
24K gold leaf.
Yeah, they were super sought after.
Oh, wow.
But now, like, tastes have changed.
I guess so.
And collectors want, like, the raw original coin.
Yeah. Dirty and gritty, they say.
Yeah, no matter how dirty and gritty it might look.
So it's like a coin that was once enhanced.
Yeah.
And considered more valuable is now, like, less desirable because it's been altered.
It's crazy how that works, right? Like, perceptions of value just completely change.
Totally.
And not just with coins, with everything.
Yeah, it makes you think about, like, trends and what we consider valuable.
Yeah.
And how that just shifts over time.
And it goes back to their whole philosophy, right?
Yeah.
Like, connect with these coins on a deeper level.
Uh-huh.
Don't just look at how much they're worth.
Yeah, more than just the surface appearance.
It's about the story, the history, all that.
It's about the journey.
Yeah, and then there's this whole Earth game thing.
Right. Earth
It's almost like otherworldly, you know?
It is.
Do you think this is, like, a common thing among collectors?
I've got to say, this seller definitely seems unique. Like, really stands out.
Like, next level?
Yeah,
Oh,
next
okay.
level for sure. Yeah, Earth game, it's not something I've ever come across before.
Yeah, so what is it? They describe it as the Galactic Federation's name for your little rocky moon.
Oh.
So Earth, right?
Right.
And they're a, quote, level designer from across the 8th dimension.
Wow, that's something.
It's wild, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do we even interpret that?
It's definitely a unique perspective. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got, like, science fiction mixed with, you know, what seems like a genuine spiritual belief system.
Right. It's like they're saying our world, this Earth game.
Yeah.
It's all part of this bigger cosmic design, you know?
Like, we're all just playing the game.
Yeah, and they have a role in shaping it, shaping the experiences we have here.
That's a pretty heady concept.
It is. So instead of just, like, randomly selling coins,
Yeah.
they think they're, like, participating in this grand interdimensional game and placing these magic find coins in the hands of, you know,
They're destined owners.
yeah, they're destined owners.
It's like they're the coin matchmaker.
Yeah, cosmic coin matchmakers, right?
Yeah.
And they even say they have to be careful
Oh.
not to have their Earth visa revoked by the MIs.
The MIs.
Yeah, like Men in Black.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy, right?
It
Because
is.
you've got these everyday coins,
Right.
but then you've got interdimensional travel and secret government agencies.
Yeah, it's a strange mix.
Yeah, it really is like, is Earth game a metaphor?
That's a good question.
Like, is it really about,
Maybe it's their way of describing their role in, like, connecting people with these special coins.
yeah, maybe it's not literal.
Right, like they see themselves as, you know, facilitators,
Yeah.
guiding these coins to those who will appreciate them, you know,
Yeah.
for their unique value, the stories they carry.
It goes back to that belief that the coins have, like, inherent worth
Yeah.
beyond, like, how much they're worth in dollars.
It's not about the money, it's about the history, the energy.
Yeah, they're teaching tools with hidden lessons.
Exactly. And they believe those lessons are meant for specific people.
It's like, don't just look at the face value of the coin.
Yeah,
Look at the journey it's taken, the people it's touched, the stories it holds.
exactly. Like every scratch, every dent, every bit of wear and tear, it's all part of the story.
And that brings us back to the Sangha community.
Right, that community aspect.
Like, what kind of community is this?
I'm curious too.
Do they have meetups, online forums, secret handshakes?
Right, what do they do?
I mean, the listings don't really say,
Yeah, it's kind of vague.
but, you know, they use the word Sangha, which is like,
Very Buddhist.
yeah, very Buddhist, so maybe there's this shared belief system
Okay.
and like a spiritual connection between the members.
Almost like a modern day mystery school.
Yeah, centered around coins, right?
Yeah, that's fascinating.
But wouldn't some people argue that preserving coins in albums, keeping them pristine, is like,
Right, like that's how you respect their history.
yeah, and ensure they're passed down?
Right, for future generations.
Yeah, how does this seller, like, reconcile that with their love of, you know,
The circulated coin.
yeah, the heavily circulated coins?
That's a good point, and it really highlights how there are different philosophies within coin collecting, you know?
Yeah,
For this seller, the value lies not in the condition,
right.
but in the stories the coin has accumulated through its circulation.
So it's not about, like, freezing it in time. It's
No,
about appreciating how it's evolved.
Exactly. They see beauty in the imperfection, you know?
Yeah.
The evidence of a life lived.
So the coins are meant to be circulated.
Yeah, like travel from hand to hand, accumulating stories along the way.
This whole rightful owner thing is making me think about, like, all the coins I've handled.
Yeah.
Like, were any of those magic finds waiting for me?
Right. Did we miss the message?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's a really interesting thought. It makes you look at those everyday objects differently.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're not just passively handling coins.
Right.
Maybe there's, like, an exchange of energy happening.
Wow.
Like those random coins we get in change.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not so random after all.
It's like they were meant to be there.
Exactly.
And that goes back to the pocket change ritual, right?
Yeah, that nightly search.
Like, during those dark hours, they go into magic find coin search mode.
It's like a meditation almost.
Yeah. And remember how they described their childhood Christmas?
Yeah, in 1950s.
With the coin collecting supplies and the Tiffany lamp? Like,
yeah.
this has been a lifelong journey for them.
Yeah, their whole life.
Coins, philosophy, spirituality, it's all connected.
Yeah, it's like coin collecting is a way of life for them.
So we've got coin collecting, Zen practice, interdimensional mystery.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
But what does it all mean for us, the listeners?
All right, what's the takeaway?
Why should we care about this eBay seller and their magic find philosophy? That's a good question. I mean, it's easy to get, like, caught up in the Earth game stuff.
Yeah, all the interdimensional stuff.
Right? The magic finds, the Sangha community.
It's pretty out there.
Yeah, but is there something here for, like, the rest of us?
Yeah, you know, the people who aren't, like, traveling cross dimensions?
Yeah, exactly.
I think so. I think there's a really valuable takeaway here for everyone,
Right.
regardless of, you know, what you believe or how you collect coins.
Yep. What would that be?
It's about, like, looking beyond the surface,
Right.
seeing the potential for meaning and connection in those everyday objects.
The things we take for granted.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not just about coins, really.
No, it's about shifting your perspective,
Okay.
being open to the idea that, like, there might be more to the world than we see.
Right. Like, there's more to discover.
Yeah, and it's about finding joy in that discovery,
Okay.
in those unexpected connections, those synchronicities, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you believe in magic find coins or not,
Right.
just being present, being mindful, that can lead to a deeper appreciation for everything.
Like, they even talk about the fun factor.
Right, having fun.
Like, that's the most important part of coin collecting.
Which is so refreshing, you know?
Yeah.
Because so much of what we see is about, like, profit and investment.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Exactly. And they're reminding us that.
Yeah.
Like, hobbies should be enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's about the process of discovery.
Right, the journey.
Yeah, not just the end result.
And you can tell they're having fun. Like,
oh, yeah.
even when they're talking about, like, CPT coins or, you know.
Yeah, all the technical stuff?
Yeah, the technical stuff, there's this, like, lightness to it.
Mm-hmm.
They make it engaging.
They don't take themselves too seriously.
It's like they've found this balance
okay.
between, like, the analytical and the imaginative.
Yeah, like the head and the heart.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to, like, embrace contradictions, blend humor and philosophy, you know.
Sci-fi and Zen Buddhism.
It's all in there.
It's a unique mix.
Yeah, and maybe that's the biggest takeaway.
Right.
Like, life doesn't have to fit in a box.
Yeah, you don't have to follow the rules.
The unconventional, embrace the contradictions.
Find your own meaning.
Yeah, find meaning in the unexpected.
Exactly.
So, like, every time we get change,
Mm-hmm.
we're not just getting coins, right?
Right.
We're getting little pieces of history.
With stories to tell.
What do you think? Have you ever found a coin that felt like,
Special.
yeah, special, like more than just money?
Yeah, I think we all have.
Maybe a coin that showed up at just the right time.
Right. Or a coin with a unique story.
Yeah, or a connection to your life.
Maybe it was a gift from someone you loved.
Or you found it in a special place.
Or it has a certain year or design that means something to you.
Whatever it is, share your story.
Yeah, let us know.
Let's keep this conversation going.
Let's see what other magic finds are out there.